Hi gamers. I'm not a huge Kickstarter person. I think I've only kickstarted 3 things in my career. The first one being Bloodstained for the Wii U. I kickstarted the collector's edition, but when it was cancelled on the Wii U, I also cancelled my bid. So basically I've kickstarted 2 things, Shenmue 3 and this one that I have here in front of you, Bloodborne, the board game. And as you can see, I fell down pretty hard down the rabbit hole of board game Kickstarters, which operate on the premise of, you know, they're always announcing new expansions and new exclusive Kickstarter things that you can get only now if you back everything, and then you get some extra things. And of course, as a collector, I had to get everything, so I put down a sizable amount of euros for this, even though I had never played the game. Of course, it hadn't come out. But yeah, this looks like it's really a class act. Everything is done with, with all of the graphical assets of the IP, so a fully licensed game, and it's pretty comes partly from a very renowned board game designer. It's by Eric M. Lang, who has done a number of really excellent board games. So that's a kind of a seal of quality right there. But yeah, there's pretty much an expansion for every area of the game, of the PlayStation 4 game. We got Hunter's Dream expansion, Upper Cathedral Ward, Burgenwood, Uhargul Unseen Village, Mercos Loft, Forbidden Woods, Forsaken Kanehurst Castle, and even an expansion for the Chalice Dungeons, and also a couple of smaller little boxes here for some extras. So yeah, I thought I'd do a mega unboxing of all of these. So yeah, let's see what the contents of these boxes look like. And of course, we're starting here with the actual base game. And so a game by Michael Shinall and Eric M. Lang. And here I gotta point this out. There's this little hologram here that says an official licensed product, PlayStation product. And what irks me is that it's on top of the the wrapper here, which means that the collector in me would really like to keep this sealed and have this present. But yeah, I'm just gonna be opening these up and not gonna worry about that little hologram. I wonder if I can take it off and keep it inside the game box or something like that. But yeah, that's just the OCD collector in me talking. Yeah, as you can see, it has a game board here in the middle, and some character sheets here, and a ton of miniatures, a total of 37 miniatures in the base game. And yeah, hoping that the quality of the miniatures is good. There are many board games that have less than stellar quality miniatures. Of course, me coming from my miniatures experience is mostly with Warhammer, and that's of course really high quality miniatures, and usually in board games the plastic is of lesser quality, just to keep the costs down. But we'll see what these are like. So quite a big and heavy box. There we go. First up we have the rule book. Maybe I'll just flip this through fast here. See the components. Setup, actual rules for playing the game. It says from 60 to 90 minutes per session, but usually these take a lot longer, but it's, you know, it shouldn't be an all-nighter or anything to play one mission. So we have a ton of tokens. Not gonna be punching through these here on this video. And here we have the tiles. And yeah, you can definitely see that these are from the game. Lots of familiar environments, and looks like a lot of love has been put into the game. So yeah, a ton of tiles here on the base game, and of course a lot more in the expansions. Welcome home, good hunter. So I think here we have the miniatures. Let's take a look at those last. Here we have character sheets, different weapons, like in the game, and a hunter dashboard, 4 of those, and a whole bunch of different cards. I think if let's open some up. I'm not going to be opening all of these up and go through everything, but just to take a look at some of these. So, Secrets of the Church. No idea what these are. Here we have some enemy action cards, Quick Bite. Whole ton of cards. But yeah, let's take a look at the miniatures next. Kind of like this, that they, you know, there's an actual, you know, tray that all of the miniatures fit here into their own spaces. You know, you don't have to smush everything in like on Talisman, another board game that I have every expansion for. It's really hard to fit all of the miniatures in. But yeah, here we have a boss, and yeah, actually feels like, you know, the plastic is quite rigid. And yeah, one of the things that, you know, in my mind is, you know, poor, you know, mark of poor quality is that the plastic is really bendy or something. But yeah, these seem quite rigid, but not to the point that they would break easily. So yeah, I'm really happy about the quality of the miniatures. And yeah, like here you can see that, you know, lots of details, lots of empty space inside there, so they're not just blobs, but actually, you know, constructed miniatures that have lots of detail. Yeah, I'm really, of course, you know, when I was, you know, kickstarting the Bloodstarred Beast, you know, kickstarting the game, they of course showed, you know, digital mock-ups of the miniatures, but those can always be something a bit different from the actual reality of the miniatures. But yeah, I'm really happy about this. And yeah, these are spot-on representations of the stuff from the game. Here we have actually the different colored ones are the characters. There are lots more playable characters in the. Take a little zoom here. Lots of different playable characters in the expansions, but here are just 4 of these to represent you. And you also get these little rings to differentiate your characters. So yeah, I guess that's it for a quick look inside the base set here. And next, let's take a look at some of the expansions. So the expansions come in smaller boxes and bigger boxes. Let's take a look at the smaller boxes first. Here we have Upper Cathedral Ward. Let's see what this contains. And yeah, it's of course really nice to have you know, a lot of boxes. But then again, it would be nice to have, you know, space for everything inside, you know, the main box. I don't think that's possible. Maybe in a couple of bigger boxes you can. But oh, these are a bigger tile here. Got Altar of Despair and the Orphanage here, so not smaller boxes. And cards for the enemies, bosses, and yeah, there are no extra heroes here, but just enemies in this expansion. Oh, we have a tape, sorry. So here we have Ebrietas, and yeah, this is quite a intricate design for a miniature. Now these are a lot more flexible, which is good, but you know, these would break you know, immediately if it was more rigid. So, but yeah, some really nicely detailed miniatures here in Bloodborne, the board game. Yeah, can't complain. So one boss and some smaller enemies. Yeah, everything looks spot on, like they would in the game. How should I put this away? And then we have Hunter's Dream. Rules inlet here for mini bosses, and yeah, this is really cool. Here we have the workshop, so basically the and the garden, so basically the neutral area that you go back to all the time in the game. Get German, the first hunter, and let's see what kind of miniatures we have here. Oh, another tape. There we go. So in addition to, again, the smaller enemies here, of course we gotta take a look at the boss. It's the Moon Presence, if I remember correctly. Yeah, really cool, like part 3 or something. Yeah, I really like the design. Oh wait, how was this here? This. Get these out of the way. Next up, Burgenwood. One of the most atmospheric areas in the game, in my opinion. I love Burgenwood. So again, this big tile here representing first the mansion there, and then the ROM boss area, or something a bit different with the packaging. I wonder why they do this. Here we have ROM, the vacuum spider. Tiny legs. I guess those could have been bigger. And yeah, lots of smaller spiders and creepy scholars and two more of these smaller expansions. Here we have, Here we have Yhargul Unseen Village. Tile looks like this, and the other side. We have the cards and the minis. One of the creepier bosses. You know, as if all the bosses weren't creepy in Bloodborne. You got a hoof sticking out here. So one more smaller box here. That's Mercos Loft. So one tile again, yeah, one tile for you know, the basic environments, and one for the boss arena for the wet nurse. Let's see what she looks like. Again, yeah, I just this is definitely I don't have that much experience with miniatures outside of Games Workshop Citadel, but from the miniatures that I've seen on board games, these are definitely on the upper echelon, and a design like this, I wouldn't have anticipated that they can pull it off as well as they do. This is really excellent stuff. It looks nice. And then it's on to the bigger expansions. First up, Forbidden Woods. So yeah, here we have the smaller expansions had just one bigger map tile, and but yeah, these are full-fledged expansions with a lot more cards, tiles, and let's see what else we have here. So yeah, these tiles are more alike than in the base game. And quite a thick selection of cards as well. And let's take a closer look at the minis. Here's the boss of Forbidden Woods, a bit smaller than the other bosses, but there are 3 of them. And one of my favorite enemies in the game, these pigs. I love how terrifying they are, and it's really satisfying to backstab one of them. And of course, lots of snakes in the Forbidden Woods. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun, punching out all the tiles and arranging everything. It's like half the fun of owning a new board game when you get to organize everything. We have Forsaken Castle Kanehurst. Some color. The most colorful tiles so far. Nice change of pace from the gray and black, and a new size of a tile as well here. The Queen's Chamber, and this one is double-sided for the rooftop fight with Mother Logarius. Boss. Let's see any standout miniatures here. I love the bulbous bellies that these what were bloodsuckers or something blood was their name. Can't remember. Excellent stuff. expansion here. That's for the Chalice Dungeons. This one actually has some extra rules. Of course, new tiles, one-sided. Oh, this is something new. So yeah, the Chalice Dungeon expansion also adds Hunter versus Hunter combat. So I guess you're using these as you know, shields that the other person can't see your cards. So yeah, brings something new to the game. This also adds 4 new characters as well, player characters. And a ton of others as well. And then there's the fluorescent flower, just, you know, a crazy design. Who would even attempt to make a miniature out of this? But yeah, it looks great. Just a couple of little supports there. Not sure if you can see underneath the belly. Couple of you know, structures that shouldn't be part of the miniatures, but yeah, all in all, just fantastic job. Yeah, I hate this creepy guy. Queen. And again, a bunch of cards and lots of content. And those are all stuff that I believe that you can, you know, buy, that comes into the stores as well. So this isn't like a Kickstarter exclusive, but I believe these next ones are. So got a couple of smaller boxes here. It says Forsaken Kanehurst Castle Extra and Hunter's Dream Extras. And the Blood Moon box here, it's basically all of the stuff that's inside here is Kickstarter exclusive. So actually quite a nice selection of playable characters and some unique monsters. And these are the ones that you can't buy anymore. They were just available on the Kickstarter. And yeah, it's really nice to have like an actual box for everything. So it's not just the miniatures, but also a box, the character cards for the new characters. A lot of miniatures here. So you got some treasure chests here, only available on Kickstarter, and I also got the Hunter's Dream dolls, 4 of them, one for each you know, character. I think that these aren't, you know, required. They're just something extra that you can have when your character is visiting the Hunter's Dream. But yeah, nice selection of stuff here. And then we had a couple of the smaller boxes as well. Not sure why these were packaged like this, but maybe it was, you know, like a production issue or something like that, that they had to make something ready, and when other stuff was ready as well, already. But just a small collection of new characters. I wonder why these aren't. Yeah, these are characters, but they aren't. You know, they weren't the cream color that the other characters were. I guess these are. Yeah, these are like NPC characters that you fight against. So that's why they're, you know, colored the same way as the enemies are. And one final box in this mammoth unboxing. The Castle Kanehurst extras. So you got one more player character, art with Reiter Palash and Hunter pistol. So that's inside here. Again, you know, I don't think any of these little extras are something that, you know, it's, you know, you don't need these to play the game. Of course, you just need the base game, and everything else is just gravy. But yeah, of course, I just had to get everything. Let's see, let's get this into the frame here. I am a collector after all, and I couldn't stand the fact that I was missing something from a full set. But that also kind of means that I don't think I'm going to be backing any more board game Kickstarters. It's just too expensive for a collector like me, but I'm still really happy to get. You know, Bloodborne is one of my all-time favorite video games, and I also love the Bloodborne, the card game, which also is of high quality, and yeah, really eager to give this one a try. Follow FinnGamer on Twitter or on Instagram. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.